Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Paul, and today we have another interesting English lesson for beginners.
Hello everyone, I'm Lena. We're very happy to see you again. Today's topic is very useful if you want to start conversations in English easily.
That's right, Lena. Today we will learn how to talk about your interests in English.
Yes. Talking about your interests is one of the easiest ways to communicate with other people. When you share what you like or enjoy, conversations become natural and friendly.
Exactly. When you meet new people, they often ask questions like, what do you like to do? What are you interested in? What do you enjoy in your free time?
And if you know how to answer these questions in simple English, you can easily continue the conversation.
So in this lesson, we will teach you simple sentences, useful vocabulary, and easy conversation examples.
Don't worry if your English is not perfect. The goal is to practice speaking and express your ideas clearly.
So relax, listen carefully, and practice with us.
Let's begin!
Lena, before we learn how to talk about interests, can you explain what the word interest means?
Of course. An interest is something that you like, enjoy, or want to learn more about. It can be an activity, a subject, or something that makes you feel excited.
That makes sense. So interest can be many different things, right?
Yes. For example, some people are interested in music, sports, reading books, traveling, cooking, or learning new languages.
And some people are interested in technology, movies, photography, art, or fitness.
Exactly. Everyone has different interests, and that makes conversations more interesting and enjoyable.
So when someone asks about your interests, they want to know what you like and what you enjoy doing.
Yes, and the good news is that you don't need difficult grammar to talk about your interests. Simple sentences are enough.
Lena, what are some simple sentences beginners can use to talk about their interests?
There are many easy sentence patterns. For example, I am interested in music. I like reading books. I enjoy watching movies. I love learning new things.
These sentences are very simple and easy to remember.
Yes, and beginners should start with these simple structures. When you repeat them often, your speaking becomes more natural.
So if someone asks you about your interests, you can say something like, I am interested in photography and traveling.
Exactly. Or you can say, I enjoy playing football and listening to music.
That sounds very natural.
Yes, and the key is practice. The more you practice speaking about your interests, the more confident you will become.
Lena, we know how to talk about our interests, but how can we ask other people about their interests?
That's a very good question. Asking about someone's interests helps start a friendly conversation.
What are some simple questions beginners can use?
Here are some easy questions. What are you interested in? What do you like to do in your free time? What are your favorite activities? What do you enjoy doing?
These questions sound very polite and friendly.
Yes, and when you ask these questions, the other person feels comfortable sharing their interests.
So asking about interests is a great way to make new friends.
Absolutely. It helps people connect and understand each other better.
Once you tell someone about your interest, the conversation does not have to stop there. You can continue talking and make the conversation more interesting. Lena, what is a good way to continue the conversation after sharing your interest?
That's a great question, Paul. One simple and effective way to continue the conversation is by explaining why you like that interest. When you talk about the reason behind your interest, the other person can understand you better. It also makes the conversation more personal and meaningful. Instead of just saying what you like, you are also sharing your thoughts and feelings.
That makes sense. If we only say one short sentence like, I like reading, the conversation may stop quickly. But if we explain more, the conversation can continue naturally.
Exactly. When you add a reason, you give the other person more information. This makes it easier for them to respond, ask questions, or share their own experiences. It helps create a friendly and engaging conversation.
That sounds very useful, especially for beginners who want to practice speaking English. Can you give some examples of how people can explain their interests?
Of course! Let me share a few simple examples that beginners can use. For example, someone might say, I enjoy reading books because they help me learn new ideas and improve my knowledge. When I read books, I feel relaxed and inspired. Another example could be, I like traveling because I love exploring new places and learning about different cultures. Traveling helps me see the world from a new perspective. Someone who loves music might say, I enjoy listening to music because it relaxes my mind after a long day. Music also helps me feel happy and motivated. And another example could be, I like cooking because I enjoy trying new recipes and making delicious food for my family.
Those examples are really helpful. I like how each sentence explains the reason behind the interest. It makes the conversation feel more natural and friendly.
Yes, and beginners should remember that they don't need to use complicated words. Simple sentences are enough. The important thing is to express your idea clearly and confidently.
That's great advice. When people talk about their interests and explain why they enjoy them, the conversation becomes more interesting and enjoyable for both people.
Absolutely. It also helps people find common interests. Sometimes when you share your interests, the other person might say, "Oh, I like that too." And then you can continue talking even more.
Now let's talk about another interesting topic. Sometimes people like to talk not only about their current interests, but also about things they want to learn in the future. Lena, can you explain this idea to our viewers?
Of course, Paul. Many people have interests that they want to explore in the future. These are things they may not be doing right now, but they would like to learn or try someday. Talking about future interests is a great way to express curiosity and personal goals. That's true. When people talk about what they want to learn, it shows that they are motivated and open to new experiences. Exactly. It also makes the conversation positive and inspiring. When someone talks about their future interests, it often encourages others to share their own goals and dreams.
That sounds wonderful, but beginners might wonder how to talk about future interests in simple English. What kind of sentences can they use?
Beginners can use very simple and clear sentences. For example, they can say things like, I want to learn photography because I love capturing beautiful moments. I want to start learning guitar because music is very important to me. I would like to learn painting because I enjoy expressing creativity through art. I am interested in learning English because it helps me communicate with people from different countries. Another example could be, I want to learn cooking so I can prepare healthy and delicious meals for my family.
Those are great examples. I like how they show both the interest and the reason behind it.
Yes, and that makes the conversation richer and more interesting. When you talk about your future interests, people may ask more questions like, why do you want to learn that? Or, when do you plan to start?
And that gives you another chance to practice speaking English.
Exactly. Every conversation is an opportunity to practice. Even if your sentences are simple, sharing your interests and future goals helps you become more confident in English.
That's very encouraging for beginners.
Yes, and remember that talking about new interests shows curiosity, excitement, and enthusiasm for learning new things. These are wonderful qualities in any conversation.
Let's show our viewers a simple example conversation.
Great idea.
Lena, what are your interests?
I am interested in reading books and cooking. I enjoy trying new recipes and learning about different cuisines.
That sounds wonderful. I am interested in photography and traveling. I love capturing beautiful moments and exploring new places.
Photography is a great hobby. It helps you see the world from a different perspective.
Yes, and traveling helps me learn about different cultures and people.
Talking about interests really makes conversation enjoyable.
Before we finish, Lena, do you have some final tips for beginners?
Yes. My first tip is practice speaking every day. Even simple sentences can help improve your confidence.
That's very important.
My second tip is don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are a normal part of learning.
Absolutely.
And my final tip is talk about things you truly enjoy. When you talk about your interests, speaking English becomes easier and more fun.
That's great advice.
Thank you everyone for learning with us today.
Keep practicing, stay confident, and see you in the next lesson.
Bye everyone and happy learning!